Hey, you guys, welcome to the Sayin Stuff podcast. My name is Eric.
I'm Chad.
I'm Chris.
This is weird. This is the first time I've ever said my actual name on here. And today we're here to talk about conspiracy theories. Eric,
What?
what was one of your favorite conspiracy theories?
Amelia Earhart.
What about her?
You think it was a cover up for death?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Chris?
Like on Amelia Earhart?
Oh, your favorite.
I didn't know what you were asking.
No, your favorite conspiracy.
Well, aliens is a big conspiracy.
Aliens is, but is there a specific one inside that? You know, like Area 51, you know, shit like that.
Well, fuck yeah, I'll go with Area 51. I never really thought that deep into it, but yeah.
Well, I thought maybe you'd go with what you said earlier about the whole planet being run by elite.
Oh no, I was just playing.
That's actually a conspiracy.
I know it is. I don't believe in that.
I know a guy. I ain't gonna throw out no names, but y'all know who he is. He thinks the universe is being carried on the back of a tortoise.
I mean, fuck it, anything is possible.
I think dumb shit like that is not.
So,
wait, what's Chad's favorite?
Mine, I do love aliens, but it's not an alien conspiracy. Mine would have to be the JFK assassination.
what do you think is an inside job?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, I never really looked into it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they never found the shooter.
They did.
They did? Shows you how much I know about
The
that.
Umbrella Man.
The Umbrella Man.
Yeah.
Did he set
Obviously,
the
I didn't look that much into it.
I said never did. Did he set the Umbrella Corporation that kills zombies and
I
created
swear to
them?
fucking God, Eric.
You know who the shooter was at JFK, or who the supposed shooter was, right?
No.
I don't know.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh yeah,
Who?
Lee Harvey.
Lee Harvey Oswald. He was a Marine marksman. He was the best in his class.
So he was mad at the president and killed him.
Supposedly. He was supposedly the shooter, but I don't think he was.
So therefore the real shooter has never been caught. Hypothetically.
That's why I said the man who
Hypothetically,
supposedly caught him, who supposedly shot him was. That or the 9/11 conspiracy. I do believe 9/11 was an inside job.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, we gonna get some hate on this video, boys.
Well, if you think about it, steel beams don't burn at an angle, so...
Yeah, but see, just hear me out, okay?
It's a nice looking
It
tower.
may not be able to melt steel beams, but when metal is heated to a certain degree, it becomes weak.
Yes, but
It does bend.
It wouldn't.
airplane
fall
gas
straight down.
doesn't burn
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
right temperature to melt metal.
Right.
So therefore the building should not have fallen down like it did.
But I mean, when you got a fucking airplane coming in at its...
And the beams are destroyed at
Yeah.
angles.
Like demo charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why
So-
it fell straight down.
Which is why everyone thinks it was an inside job. Which is true.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Kurt Cobain.
Why would something? Whoa.
That's not a conspiracy. That is love.
That is.
That is love. I love Kurt Cobain.
I have
He didn't-
seen like almost every documentary. I've spent like a year just looking into it in my free
What?
time, like just re-watching.
Kurt Cobain's?
Yeah, there's no fucking way he killed himself.
You know how many people came forward and said that Courtney Love tried to pay them to kill him?
I know.
And no one
It's
buys
just
it. Like,
no
no
fucking
one's like,
way.
nah.
Everybody's like, I love that dude's music.
Like, I believe like 3 of them were actual artists.
I
too.
just completely hate Courtney Love now. Like I can't. Like I have this deep hatred.
I've never liked her.
And you guys remember when there was that big shooting? There was, I think it was a country music festival, and that
Oh, the Vegas shooting.
old man had like 50 fucking guns
The
or whatever.
Vegas
somehow.
shooting?
Yeah.
They're saying there was multiple shootings.
There was no
More
way
than
it was
even
only
2.
that one old man.
They're saying there was more than 2. They're saying there was 2
The
on
recent
ground
one
floor.
that happened like last year.
Yeah.
And he was in a hotel shooting
Yeah.
down
There's
at the
some,
venue.
yeah, there's some shit.
They
being
said there was
seen.
only one person and they caught him 20 minutes later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there was a video of several
Gunshots?
guns
Yeah,
coming from
you-
different directions.
Yeah,
you can
but
see muzzle fire from different areas. Like,
yeah,
there wasn't
but
one
the
person
official
who did
report
that.
from the police was there was one.
Yeah,
killer.
because
We're not
how
going
much
by
does this
official
fucking country
reports.
hide, my dude?
Nothing. We are a truthful, honest
You are a
country.
fucking liar right there
He also voted
yourself.
for
True
Trump.
American right there.
I
What does
voted
that
for
have to
Trump.
do with anything?
What is it?
She's like, he also voted for Trump. What does that have to do with
Yeah.
anything?
I voted for Trump. You don't see
You're-
me killing people.
You're over here acting like the 1%. That thing that voting for a certain president depicts certain outcomes. It don't. It's just people being
No, I
stupid.
didn't say that.
Okay, we don't get political on.
This is why I said I don't get
Well,
political.
okay.
I get too heated into it.
Political.
Political, yes.
Political. Get
Political.
So let's actually start talking about the conspiracy theories instead of just naming them off.
Okay.
Like, one I like to talk. Aliens is my favorite conspiracy to talk about because I feel like there's just so much of it. You know what I mean? Instead of having like the Amelia Earhart or the JFK, you know, where it can only go so far. I mean, it could go deep, but you know what I mean, it can only go so far.
Right.
Aliens, dude, can be a countless number of anything.
Yeah.
You could get into that for like your entire fucking life and never run out of shit.
There are literally
yeah,
podcasts just around
um,
aliens.
Conversation about aliens has depicted, I'm gonna say, at least 5% of my life already. So, and Bigfoot.
And Bigfoot. You
Bigfoot.
sound like a little kid. And Bigfoot.
Bob Ross isn't dead.
Bob
Bob Ross isn't dead.
So about that 1% where Bigfoot is the aliens.
Bigfoot is not the aliens.
They're a primitive species, I believe.
They are.
That's what
But
I'm
there
thinking.
are people who believe that Bigfoot is an alien.
I
And
think-
people are
Yeah,
retarded.
and
They're-
those people drink too much Mountain Dew, so
They're a part of the evolution that, you know, didn't evolve to where we are. Is what I think what happened.
right.
They're somewhere between us and monkeys that are
That just-
were in a part of the world or like they're off. You know what I mean? They got isolated.
So you believe
And-
in evolution?
Yeah.
Same.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe that Bigfoot's part of the evolution, but
He is. He would be. How do you believe in evolution but don't believe that Bigfoot is part of the evolution?
because Bigfoot's not real.
How do you
Okay.
know?
And this is when we break up.
I mean, I ended that
No,
conversation.
no, because I just actually watched a documentary the other day about a Yeti in Russia. There was a group of 10 people, I believe, that went camping, and they went to this place called Death Mountain.
This sounds like a horror movie.
Hold on, keep going with
it's
it.
real.
Did all of them die?
All of them died.
Hold on. Did they have fractured skulls to their head,
They
but
had
no body,
fractures of skulls,
but
and
no
shit.
actual injury to their face?
I don't know that. They didn't specify them.
Did they all run out with that clothes on?
One bitch was missing her tongue. Cut her.
That's not about Yetis. That's about the Diablo Pass.
No.
It is. It's
It's about a fucking Yeti.
It's not. There's actually a movie about it on Netflix. They don't know what it was. A lot of people do think that it was a Yeti, but a lot of people don't.
Then why is every instance brought up as it was a Yeti?
Who's No Trevino?
Noe Trevino?
Yeah.
That's my dude.
He's asking for a free beanie.
For what?
For what?
A free beanie.
A free beanie?
Yeah.
He'd be like, I don't know if we can do free right now. You gotta give it to him real.
But I know what you're talking about. It's over there in Russia and all that shit.
Yeah, but it's actually the documentary I watched was based on a fucking Yeti.
Mm-hmm. I know. I've seen that document. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. So why are you telling me that it wasn't based on a Yeti?
Well, I'm just saying because you made it sound like that the only thing out there was based on a Yeti.
No, but the documentary I watched was
Mm-hmm.
on a Yeti because they were trying to piece together what could have done it, and they said if Yetis are real, they're going to eat the more succulent parts of the body, the softer meat, so the liver and the tongue. And that girl was missing her fucking tongue, you know. And they said there was cut marks in the tent from the inside, like somebody had cut their way out of the fucking tent, like something wouldn't let them out. You know, what's going to scare you so bad that you're going to run out in freezing temperatures without any safety gear? You know what I'm saying?
I think it could be aliens.
It could have possibly been aliens, but I I haven't really seen a lot of shit about aliens being majorly violent.
I haven't either. The only reason I would say aliens, because aliens is the only thing that we could think of right now with the technology that could do all that to somebody without physically hurting them. Without leaving any bruises or, you know what I mean? Anything on. Because 2 of them had crushed skulls with no bruising. How do you get a crushed skull without bruising?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, to me, it's just very hard. I feel like from what we know about Yetis, or what we think we know about Yetis, what we see on TV shows and all that shit, I feel like it's going to be very hard for a Yeti to break your skull without leaving a bruise.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I know it. And if y'all are interested in watching it, I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but it's called The Devil's Past, and it's a really good movie. Have you seen the movie?
No.
The movie is about them actually, and it's all from kind of like a Blair Witch theme.
Yeah.
Kind of a movie, through a video camera.
Right.
And it's all really good, but it's about the military being behind it.
Right.
That the military is doing secret testing, and they came upon it, and the military came who ended it. It was like, yeah, you're not leaving anymore.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And just so you know, I don't know if y'all knew this, or even if you knew this, there was supposed to be another member on it. They got sick the day before and didn't go on it.
Got sick the day before and didn't go with them. He split off and went back down.
I'm so sorry that I'm looking at my phone. I'm currently selling our beanie. So
Yeah,
if you
saw that.
want to buy a
Yeah.
beanie, message us at facebook.com/Risu. Or actually, it's Welcome Risu. Facebook.com/Welcome Risu.
Or Instagram or Snapchat.
See, you can look just like me. Probably not as ugly. You probably pull it off better, but get you a hat.
Yeah,
But,
anyways, back to the conversation.
Right. But anyways, what were you going on based on that before we got sidetracked on all that shit?
Oh, I was just stating how, like, since you were talking about Bigfoots and shit,
Mhm.
because it correlates, because there's
Right.
a different race of, Bigfoot, which Yeti is a different race of,
Right.
because it's adapted to the cold. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it can survive in the harsh winters and shit like that. They also said that they had found fucking deer with all their guts just ripped out and eaten.
That would be more kind of Yeti to me.
Yeah.
I mean, not a Yeti, a Bigfoot or Yeti. More than just the tongue and all that shit. I feel like they would be kind of more, because in the time that the Yetis are supposed to be around, it's supposed to be a lot of years ago. With the Indians and shit like that. So I feel like they'd be adapted to be a lot more brutal. You know what I mean? Than what they would be today.
Right.
But I remember one time I was reading, and I know, guys, I may not look like that type of person, but I do when it comes to conspiracy theories, Bigfoot, aliens, mythical creatures. Dude, I read up on that shit hella hard. And I was reading one time that I might have watched it. And I might have maybe do research on it. But there was actually this tribe of Indians. I forget where they were located. It was somewhere in the U.S. But she had a diary written down. In the diary, it actually described a tribe of Bigfoots.
Oh, no shit.
That said that would terrorize the tribes and shit like that.
Oh, hell yeah.
And she said that they trapped them in a cave and shit.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It said how they did it, but I forget what they said. But like they ran them off into a cave and trapped the cave off.
Right.
So damn.
I think I know what you're talking about.
That's pretty dope. Yeah. I mean, all that stuff to me is very interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Except Ancient Aliens. I hate that shit, dude.
I like watching anything that has to do with like creatures that could possibly be real.
I do too, but have you ever seen Ancient Aliens?
No.
I used to binge watch that show like crazy.
I did too. But everybody see where I'm coming from on this. This is why I stopped watching it. To me, Ancient Aliens is the only thing that you can watch that leaves you with more questions than you originally had.
They answer some stuff, but then they're like, okay, so I know you're thinking about this, but there's this mountain.
Right. Like they're like, okay, I know you think about aliens, but just sit here and watch. And they're like, 3,000 years ago, they recorded a finding of a gold piece that looked like a modern day airplane. Like, they're like, but why? I was like, that's why I'm watching this. I was hoping that you would tell me.
Right. We're not sure.
Yeah.
But
it's turn.
Right.
And
I'm watching fucking Comedy Central. Fuck this.
right. But yeah, I love all that stuff. Like I know Chris has my Hulu.
You do?
Chris, I know Chris probably sees my Hulu stuff, and a lot of it is conspiracy shit and like history stuff. Dude, I love history. I used to get so baked to just watch History Channel.
I get baked to watch anime.
History Channel. Everyone's like,
You just want to see some titties.
well, how the fuck would I watch titties? How the fuck would I see titties on the History Channel?
Wait, does Noe live like near you guys? Like hang out with you
He lives
guys?
in Washington
Oh.
State.
But yeah, dude. Like everyone says, like when you're high, you gotta do something fun. Like I'm high and I sit my ass down and watch the History Channel, dude. I'm locked in.
Right.
I'm engaged. I love learning about that shit.
Yeah, learning about it's fucking cool. Like, I know it's really not a conspiracy theory, but the Roman gods and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always into shit like that. Like, that was my best subject in school because I loved Greek mythology.
That's why
I thought it was the coolest shit ever.
I know everybody wants to say it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, bro. You all gotta play it, dude. The game's off the fucking chain.
He almost had an aneurysm because he couldn't hold that back.
Yeah, dude. I'm so into it. I can go to Atlantis and I think I can even fight Hades and shit in the DLCs I have, dude.
You can fight Hades? That's gonna be nasty.
I used to be super into chupacabras and
Chupacabra's real. They confirmed it. They actually found it's a hairless dog with a disorder.
certain disease or something.
Yep.
Deformity?
Disease.
What is it? Oh, okay. Is it
It has a hair disease where it can't grow hair.
Oh, okay. So it's like one of them naked fucking cats.
Yeah.
So they have a disease.
But a vicious one, right?
I mean, yeah, I think it has like almost like rabies where it gets a little violent.
You know what I hate, dude? Do y'all... I know the OGs are going to remember this. Monster Quest?
Yeah.
Do y'all remember Monster Quest? I loved Monster
That
Quest.
wasn't that long ago, was it?
Monster Quest was when I would say we were probably about middle school.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I love Monster Quest, but I used to hate them when they get on there and then like wouldn't even be a mythical creature. It'd be a creature, but it's not supposed to be over here. I'm like, have you ever heard of people that just buy animals where they're not supposed to have them?
Right.
Like they're like there was a jaguar caught in New York. Probably because someone in fucking New York bought it.
That one fucking town in Ohio had that dude let all them exotic animals out.
And shot himself. Well, no, he fed himself to the lion because they were gonna come in and take all of his shit.
Yeah.
And fine him. No, they're gonna take him to jail, weren't they, for having it? Exotic animals with no license.
Sure.
I think he had a license for a while, but he didn't renew it.
My question is,
How long have we been recording?
17 minutes.
We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
So, one of my favorite conspiracy theories is...
wow, we're not gonna welcome him back.
Alright, welcome back.
We're not dicks. Continue.
is the Amelia Earhart conspiracy.
I've never heard of that one.
Me
What got
either.
you so into it?
It's just... She was the first female pilot.
I think it's the first female he ever found attractive.
No. And that...
Mine was definitely Topanga. Topanga, she's still bad,
Who the
bro.
fuck is that?
From Boy Meets World?
No.
Bruh, she's
Like, did she go missing with her airplane?
No, and neither did
my airplane.
neither did Amelia.
She... My belief is that she actually got caught and is being held hostage somewhere.
Somebody is drowning right now.
Are we disturbing you? You okay?
You good?
Good.
Alright then.
So, this leads me to ask, like, I've never really heard a lot about the Bermuda Triangle because I haven't really searched it up or read anything on it. But what do you think's in the Bermuda Triangle that would be hidden from us?
Oh,
Whoa.
nothing. So,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they really proved it's nothing.
It's nothing. What I believe it's just a point in the world where all the magnetic fields meet that fuck up your compass is what I think
So
happens.
you know that place in the world where you walk and like there's like a line and you'll be shorter than the other person, but if you walk across that line, you're taller than the other person?
No.
No shit.
Okay, well that's the thing. And
Is it
there's
really?
also a place in the world where you can lean at like an angle
Yeah.
and so we standing straight up.
It's fucking dope.
And if you put water on an incline, it'll go up the incline, not down.
It's fucking raw.
It's where gravity.
Yeah.
Supposedly placed in a world where gravity ain't
And
real.
Bermuda Triangle is just another version of that, except for it fucks up with electromagnets and stuff.
Right.
So
Well,
that's
yeah,
the
it's
only.
pretty much like flying through an EMP field at that point.
Yeah. So there was that, and there's also the fact of the tropical storms and everything that happened on there,
Right.
which is why everyone goes missing.
So what do you think happened to her?
I have no clue. I honestly think
her
she
plane,
landed.
her plane just ran out of fucking fuel is what I think.
I think she landed, but then got captured.
By who though would be the question.
Anyone.
I think.
Wasn't she going to fucking London?
I think so.
Then how would she come across the Bermuda Triangle?
I don't know if she actually went into the Bermuda Triangle.
I think her plane just ran out of fuel.
I mean, I heard she went into the Bermuda Triangle and was never heard from.
What I'm saying is, she's going to London. Why would she have to go to the Bermuda Triangle? It's completely opposite direction.
Maybe she was exploring the world. She was flying for the first time.
And she just.
No, her goal was to go. It was like a whole little because she was supposed to be the first female pilot to ever do it.
Over the ocean or
Well,
whatever.
if
Yeah.
I was good at geography, I would know exactly what the Bermuda Triangle is compared to London.
The
By
Bermuda
Florida.
Triangle is by Florida and shit.
Yeah, it's down in the tropics.
Oh, okay.
You literally had to go south to get to it when she was supposed to be going east. That's what I don't understand. So the fact that she ended up in the Bermuda Triangle was beyond me.
Right. Yeah, that is fucking weird. I don't know. I'd have to do some more research on that.
Same. It's been a few years.
Everybody's looking at me like, I thought y'all was dumb as hell. There is don't know geography and shit. Like,
You only know conspiracy theory shit.
that's right, I
When I was playing that game, that BitLife thing,
I play that all the time.
I got him.
my character finally died at like 32 from a massive heart attack.
Oh, did he? Because I remember one time I played it, I made it a ripe old age of 6 and died from cancer.
I'm
like,
I
damn.
was in elementary school, and I tattletelled on one of the kids for bullying me, and he shot me in the eye with a bow and arrow and killed me.
Y'all was in school some rowdy motherfuckers. God damn. It was like, yeah, he took my cookies. Bitch, tell again.
What do y'all think about the aliens in World War II with Hitler and all that shit? That conspiracy?
It's true.
Do you not know that one?
I mean, I've heard a little bit about it.
Was it Antarctica? How they have
No.
a secret base underneath the...
No.
Well, I mean, if you look
That's
at
one
the
of
fucking
them.
gun, what's
That's
the
an
fucking gun
alien
called?
conspiracy.
What's that one fucking gun they
But
got?
it also has to do with Hitler, because it was believed to be a Hitler under the ice cap secret spot.
Yeah. I don't
What's
know.
that one gun they got on fucking...
World War?
Yeah.
Wonderwall?
No.
Ray gun?
No.
What
The
gun?
Zeus cannon? Is that what it is?
That's Black Ops and that's Thunder gun.
Huh?
That's the Thunder gun.
That's actually a thing.
Is it?
Yeah, the Germans were actually building a contraption to shoot wind at a high velocity and not planes out of the sky. If anybody didn't know that, there's your little Easter egg for fucking...
What did
Oh,
you?
dude,
What
I
did you?
believe
do
Hitler
you-
was working on something like that.
Did you also
That's what I
know
was just saying.
that Hitler was also actually trying to create zombies too?
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was into that.
There was a, I don't know if it was Hitler, but there was a German scientist that actually tried to bring dead animals back to life to see if he could do it, and actually brought a snake back to life, a venomous snake back to life, and it bit him because he didn't know it was alive.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
And Hitler also tried to make a actual UFO to kill other people with.
There's also a conspiracy too that during World War, what was it? So during World War II, everybody had this low-end technology, just like Europe, just like the Nazis did and all that shit. But there was supposedly a report of a UFO crash and landing in Germany, and then 2 months later, Hitler had a rocket ship that could go into space.
Yeah.
Right.
And then,
Nice.
and then right after that, Hitler. Obviously, if y'all don't know this little history lesson, Germany and the Nazis were the first ones to actually get jets.
Right.
Were the first ones to build jets, which, I mean, that don't seem like a coincidence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, what would you fucking do if a flying saucer fell in your backyard and you was at war with somebody?
Right.
999!
Right, bro? You better teach me everything you know.
They're like, how about you help us salvage our UFO?
How about we take this motherfucker to the scrapyard?
Right. Just, Bobby!
Hey, them shocks you got on it, them going on my truck.
Don't touch the trim.
Don't touch the trim.
Yeah, but it was believed that Hitler had several hidden test sites.
Dude, there is
making
so
new
many
technology.
I honestly think there is just as many Hitler and Nazi conspiracies as there is to aliens. Because there's also
Well, half of them deal with aliens.
well, it's funny because fucking there's a conspiracy going around that everybody thinks that Hitler's still alive in Brazil.
Yeah, they
People
also
think
thought he lived
Tupac's
in.
alive also.
In Brazil,
It ain't kind of weird how he's still coming out with music even though he's dead.
because they just take his recordings from other songs and put it into other people's songs. That's how they do the quote unquote feature with Tupac.
Yeah.
I know, but like,
Some mix and chop of his work.
and there's like brand new photos of him and shit. So
There's also an actor that looks like Tupac.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that look like Tupac, but dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
I've seen like 13 different photos just on Facebook of somebody that looks like Tupac.
there's that Avril Lavigne.
Everyone's
Conspiracy.
is fucking
What?
whatever.
Yeah, she's not the original Avril Lavigne.
You stop talking about my woman.
That's
Yeah,
also like that with who else?
When she disappeared for a while, she stopped wanting to do shit, and then the big ups of the music company found someone that looked just like her. Right?
Which is when she got more like grungy and skater boy, blah blah blah.
There's also one saying that is it Young Money? It might be Young Money or it might be Gucci. They're not the real one. There's one about Eminem saying.
Gucci, when he went, or you're talking about Birdman? Well, no,
I think it's
Gucci's the one that's got, it's got fucking ice cream tattooed on his face. Yeah, they were saying he went to prison and got out and it's not the same person.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
They're also saying that Eminem's not the same person either.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. And
Kind of see it.
To be honest, Chad, you're not the same anymore. You've changed so much since I met you.
Illuminati.
Illuminati confirmed.
well, shit. Hey, well, if I'm part of the Illuminati, that's cool. But I only got half the beginner program. I'm supposed to get like $3 trillion with that too, and that's not happening yet.
Right. I gotta be one of the rich fucks before I die.
Right.
I mean, everybody else. Like,
What?
when the superstars, when they stop doing what everyone wants them to do and they get different ideas, try to go their own way, that's when the Illuminati gets them.
I don't really believe all much in the Illuminati.
Do I believe that it's that the president doesn't run the country and that rich people do? Yeah, I believe that.
Oh, 100%.
But I don't know if I'd call it the fucking Illuminati.
What about the lizard people?
Lizard people,
That's
yes.
actually a thing where people believe.
I believe in it.
Do you really?
Mhm.
You believe that our government is ran by lizard people?
Why, who's to say that it isn't?
He has a point.
I mean, yeah, he's got a point. I just haven't seen anything that indicates towards it.
But are you around the president, people like that?
Huh?
I've watched fucking videos.
I mean, I'm just saying, to me, 1 or 3 or 10 people saying it, okay, yeah. But there's 1,000 people saying it, and then that's when it starts to think, well, I mean, they have 1,000 people each have a reason to believe it. That's 1,000 reasons to believe
There's
it.
1,000 people who believe the Earth is flat.
There's more than 1,000.
Yeah, but that's just common geography that the world
I know, but if
knows.
they believe it,
But it's true to them.
It's
Fuck
because
it.
they only get with flat booty bitches, so they don't know what that curve all about.
The only person in this world that it was okay to believe that the world was flat was Christopher Columbus. That's because back then in that time he had no reason to know any better.
Yeah, he didn't have the technology.
Did you know he was gonna die on his ship?
hmm Did you also know that he founded America by accident?
Yeah.
He told
He was supposed to find Spain, wasn't he, or something like that?
Yeah.
yeah.
he told he's in for Asia, I thought.
Spain.
You know what? It
See,
might
I'm
be
hitting at
Asia.
all these viewers with
telling you.
fucking
You
historical
sure,
facts.
Spain? I think it might be Asia.
I'm telling you, it might have been Asia. But either way, there was 2 of the guards that the queen had sent with him to find wherever he was going, and he told them, if we don't find land within 2 days, you can chop my head off and take it back to the queen. And they found land the very next day. That shit
Because
was-
it was a waste of resources.
yeah, they thought it was just a waste of time and a waste of money.
How long have you been recording?
12 minutes. You still got some more.
Yep.
So is there any last minute things we want to talk about?
Do you believe
Chris-
in the Men in Black?
Yeah.
Yes. Just like Christopher Columbus believed that he saw mermaids, but they're actually orcas. Not orcas, fucking, I think miniature fucking whales. They're part of the fucking elephant family. You know what I'm talking about. You see them in zoos.
Elephant whales.
You see them, they're like small. I mean, not small, but they're probably about the size of a
I
fucking
can't
person.
fucking remember.
You know what I'm talking about, though. They have like the weird fucking nose.
Dolphin?
Yeah, I think it might have been manatees.
Yeah. I could see how they could look like normal friends.
Yep.
Eric, you look like a manatee.
Thanks. Yeah, but the Men in Black are real. They're just not as cool as what they say in the movies.
They are real, and they're weird as hell.
They
They're.
probably still have fucking.
I mean, I'm sure they have cool shit, but they're not as cool as.
I don't believe the Men in Black are human.
I
don't-
think
I don't
the Men in
believe that.
Black. I believe the Men in Black are human. They
I
work
don't.
for the
I don't think they are.
Yeah,
I think they're-
they work for government.
I think they're aliens. 'Cause everything that I've read on about the actual Men in Black, people state that they never blink.
How can you tell when they always wear shades?
Yeah.
They don't blink, and they don't. It's weird because this is a common thing that I read about Men in Black, and this is so weird. They don't have fucking eyebrows. It's
Chris is
weird.
on his way.
Huh?
I said Chris is on his way.
Just know, don't ever erase my mind because I got you guys.
Motherfucker. What you gonna do? You ain't remember me.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the worst
He
part
was
is
like
that
trying to erase my memory. and got
any of
you
that could have
done.
already happened to any of us, and we don't know because it was erased.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, that's the end of this podcast. Thanks for watching.
Okay, you just mind fucked all three of us in one go.
It's like, wait, what?
If you are interested in our beanies, they are $35.
No, they are. Where do we come with that price?
Check us out on Instagram, Risu_entertainment. Snapchat is Risumedia.
Get the fucking hats.
T-shirts. None of us will have a T-shirt on,
Get
but
the fucking
I got a Rick and Morty
T-shirts are
hat.
$23.
It's dope though, ain't it?
You know, like it.
The podcast is also
all,
on
folks.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, and a few other websites. Also, make sure you check out the Creative Core podcast. The last episode was featuring Chris himself. Those are on every Thursday, and they are also on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and we'll talk to you later.
It made me moist.